Hi everyone, welcome back to Wrestling Fun with Father and Son. I'm Father Matt and this is Son.
Hi.
Raw this week saw Seth Rollins tell the locker room they all sucked. Ray finally overcome the odds, and is a new alliance formed at the end of the show. This is the Rawsome Raw review. Raw 25th of the 11th 2019 started off with Seth Rollins in the ring, surrounded by all the Raw locker room. Basically, he said he hated the fact that NXT sort of walked all over and beat him at Survivor Series, and that the locker room all sucked. He then individually said if anyone wanted to speak up, they could. He then singled out a few superstars. Randy Orton. He said that Randy Orton was the weak link in their Survivor Series match, only for Randy Orton then to just walk away. Then he pointed out Charlotte Flair, her match, and said that she was the team captain, but she wasn't even the last one standing. Then she walked away. He said about the AOP, about where were you weren't even there. And then he singled out Rey Mysterio and said about, you know, you let everyone down because you didn't beat Brock Lesnar. Rey Mysterio and then the rest of the locker room sort of walked to the back and sort of walked away, only for then Kevin Owens to appear, get in the ring. Rollins was sort of baiting him, calling him Mr. NXT, saying that he wanted to be Seth Rollins and he'll never be Seth Rollins. Only for them, Kevin Owens then to stunner Rollins and leave him laying in the ring. Next we had the Bobby Lashley, Lana and Rusev bit. Just skip that. I'm skipping that every time because I'm not invested in it. Then we had the AOP versus Ryden Hawkins. Very quick squash. AOP won. Then we had Cesaro versus Andrade with Selena Vega.
That was AOP's first match.
Yep, first match since, I think it is anyway, first match since we've been seeing them doing their vignettes in the back. Then we had Cesaro versus Andrade. Andrade got a win. Then we had the Back in the Black. Again, he wants to pick a fight. This one was all about Buddy Murphy, because Buddy Murphy last week obviously knocked on the door. Aleister Black, in comedic fashion, I thought, didn't answer the call quick enough. Then we had Matt Hardy, returning Matt Hardy in his old sort of extreme gimmick. Not really the broken Matt Hardy gimmick, but he still has the streak of white in his hair. Versus Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy won. Then he did a promo where he calls out Aleister Black, saying he wants to pick a fight. Aleister Black then comes down and basically takes out Buddy Murphy, and Buddy Murphy sort of walks away in the end, up to the sort of backstage area. Next, we were going to have AJ Styles versus Humberto Carrillo for the United States Championship. That didn't happen because the OC attacked Humberto before the match, and they took him out, only for them Ricochet to come down and sort of make sure he was all right. Ricochet then did a bit of a promo where he challenged AJ, only for then AJ to say, no, I'm not doing it. Then Randy Orton came out and he wanted to challenge for the title. AJ, no. Then Drew McIntyre said, you have never faced me, let's do this match. AJ Styles again refused. And then Rey Mysterio came out and challenged. And then it was made basically a fatal four-way. So it was Orton versus Ray versus Drew McIntyre versus Ricochet. The winner of that then faced AJ Styles for the title. The moment towards the end of the match where Randy Orton was about to win, he got an RKO, only for the OC then to pull him out and sort of attack him. And then that in turn helped Rey Mysterio get the win. So it was Rey Mysterio versus AJ Styles for the United States Championship. There was a point in this match where Anderson interfered, and then the referee ejected them, the OC to the back, as they do. There was a 619 to AJ Styles. AJ Styles sort of backed into the ref, knocking the ref out. Then the OC come back to try and sort of interfere in the match, only for them Randy Orton to come back, didn't he? And then there was a 619 into an RKO, and then a frog splash, and Rey Mysterio has finally got the United States Championship back. And then again, and then Dominic came down and they had a little bit of celebration. They said this is the combination of him wanting to retire, then coming back, and now he's topped the mountain again. He didn't beat Brock Lesnar, but he got the United States Championship. Then we had Charlotte versus Asuka. Obviously, Asuka and Charlotte had a bit Survivor Series. They had a little bit of a sort of shoving match, green mist to the face. This is the back slash of that. Had Kairi Sane with her. Part way through the match, Kairi Sane got chased through the crowd by Charlotte. Charlotte comes back. Again, they resume the match, and then Kairi Sane come back, causes distraction. Asuka then gets into the ring. Green Mist wins the match.
And that was a lot of green mist.
It was a lot of mist, yeah. I think also there's a little bit of a botch there, I thought, because you could see Asuka put the capsule in her mouth at one point, so I thought, that's a little bit of an oversight, but anyway. Next we had Rowan versus a jobber. Rowan won. He's still having that cage gimmick. They're still sort of playing on that. Then we got to the main event, Rollins versus Owens. The match did not get a conclusion because there was a stunner, and then the AOP came out, attacked Owens, causing a DQ. It looked like they was about to attack Seth Rollins, only for them to back away from Rollins. Rollins did have a little bit of a confused look on his face, I will say that, but then he delivered 2 curb stomps to Kevin Owens, effectively, I feel, turning complete heel, and now Seth Rollins is going to be working as a baddie guy and no longer a face. Good decision. The crowd are not with Rollins. They turned on him with the Fiend. They're now going with it quickly, which is the best way to do it. Should have done this with Reigns, but they didn't. They're doing it now with Rollins, and I think it would be better. AOP with Rollins, I think could be a really good team. I think that's a really good match. I think they could do that. He could be like the architect of the AOP as his back henchman. That's a really good idea. I'm hoping they go with it. We'll have to see what happens in the next few weeks, but we can only hope that they're going to go with that. So Raw this week was okay. It was right. It had a few good moments. That Seth Rollins heel turn, I'm glad to see it's happening, and it feels fresh, and especially with the AOP there, that could be really good. So that being said, next video will be tomorrow, Thursday. It will be AEW Dynamite, the Explosive Elite review. Looking forward to that one as always. Really look forward to AEW every week. And if you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in that video. So I'll say goodbye, and say goodbye, Kai.
Bye.
Goodbye.